Hey, Jordan, did you hear me on the bass, man? Did you hear
Yeah, it's
that
pretty
bass
good.
line? That was
Pretty good
me on the
baseline.
bass, man. That was me on the
Pretty
bass.
good. Pretty good baseline for a white guy.
Not bad, eh? Not bad. Welcome to Crazy Sports episode number 5.
Made
5.
it to 5. Yeah.
We made it to 5. I'm excited to be here. I'm your host, Dave, joined as always by Jordan, the great Angus. Jordan, what's up, man?
Oh, lots, man. Excited to do this episode. Super pumped.
You know what we're doing today? We're doing a sport of the week. We're going to do crazy sport of the week. It's called power slapping. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to do some crazy videos at the end, but we're going to open up with what we call top stories. Now, we're not fooling around. We're getting right into this today because you know why?
Why?
You know, because you're wearing a Sens jersey, all right?
Yeah.
And I got to stand up to show you what I'm wearing.
Oh, you got the bear for the Boston Bruins. Yeah,
I'm a Boston Bruin fan.
we got lambasted last night.
You sure did, man. So
Yeah.
we're going to talk about the Sens actually, because I'm a Sens fan. I will admit, I was a Bruin fan like for years before Ottawa had a team, and then when
Yeah.
Ottawa got their team in the early '90s, I automatically started cheering for them. So it's like a 1A 1B situation, and right now it's 1A Boston, 1B Ottawa, and if the quality of the teams ever reverses, I'll be 1A Ottawa, 1B Boston. So that's my story, man.
You know what's it's funny because when I started watching hockey, I actually was living in Montreal, and my family are Habs fans. And
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be sorry for me, be sorry for them.
Yeah, exactly.
But I used to when Montreal played Ottawa all the time, I used to razz them and be like, "Oh, I hope the Ottawa team wins," because I thought the jerseys were cool. So like it had nothing to do with like this is my hometown. I grew up in Ottawa. My family's are Habs fans, and I was a huge Guy Lafleur fan growing up too. But I don't know, it's just this team, these colors, this jersey. It just pulled me in.
Well, I mean, it's been what 30 years now since they've been around, just over 30
Yep.
years. They had some great years in the late
Early
90s,
2000s.
mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Last 7 years have been just horrible, and it's been tough to be a fan, to be honest. I mean, throughout those 7 years, Jordan.
Yep.
I mean, how close? How your level of fandom, has it ever wavered, or were you like true blue, tried and true, no matter what happens?
Yeah, I've had my moments. I won't say that I would like turn my back on the team and be like, "Oh, I'm going to cheer for this other team." I expected us to suck for a while. The last time we really made a deep run in the playoffs was unexpected, but we've been in the middle of this rebuild on and off for years now.
Mm-hmm.
We had our lucky miracle run with the Hamburglar, which they just celebrated that. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And but even then, we weren't supposed to make playoffs then. Like we've been rebuilding constantly since I want to say our cup run. Like so 2007, like we haven't had a dominant team like we used to. And early 2000s, we were a strong team. We were always in the top of the standings in the league. And it just, what can you do? You can blame whoever you want. You can blame the fact our ownership wasn't great, didn't want to spend the money. Our general managers have been wishy-washy. We can't have a stable coach. Our goaltending, besides Greg Anderson, has been a revolving door. Tons of things you can blame, but I don't know. At least I'm not dealing with the depression of being a Leafs fan.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're being a Leaf fan is like over the top, hypersensitive. But your thoughts when the new ownership took over, September, whenever they took over, what were your thoughts? I mean, what was the outlook for you personally when the new ownership took over?
See, it was weird because it was a different time, right? Our owner passed away, and everybody wanted him out anyways, but he passed away. That was the only reason why we were getting new ownership at that point in time. I wasn't too, I don't want to say happy that it was Andlauer, because I mean there was a whole bunch of celebrity gossip going on. A bunch of celebrities wanted to invest in the team and all that, and that would have been nice for Ottawa's market, I would say, if we had one of those bigger names kind of invested in the team. Do I think we'd be in a different situation? No, I don't. I think we would have been stuck in the same kind of mess that we're in right now. And you know what? 100% of that blame needs to go to Pierre Dorion. He just, he did a lot of fan service and signings and stuff like that, and a lot of just irrational signings and moves, and it just impulsive. He was too impulsive, right? And I do like kind of the stability that this owner is trying to say is going to come to the team. But I mean, how much longer are we going to have to wait, right? This season we were supposed to make the playoffs, and it's just been a complete debacle. So
yeah, and it's been, I mean, Pierre Dorion was he was always seemed to be chasing the shiny toy. Like 2 summers ago, it was the summer of Pierre and signing of DeBrincat, which turned out to be a real disaster. And then last summer it was Tarasenko, where he's known for years he needs a right shot D, and he's never addressed that. And basically now the new ownership is having to clean up the mess. And I feel bad for them because they are now they're asking the fans to be patient again. And the fans have been dealing with 7 years of this. Like, we're fed up with being patient, but I see both sides, I see both sides, and I'm willing to be patient now, whereas a lot of fans are not willing to be patient.
I just hope they don't do what the Sens did in, I think it was 2008, when we started trading guys like Mike Fisher, Chris Kelly, like a lot of the heart guys and a lot of the core of our team. Yep. And I still say we didn't fully recover from that blow up. The team didn't need to blow up at that point in time. Yep. It wasn't necessary. We've had amazing players come through our organization since then, like Mark Stone, Erik Karlsson, like it just, I don't really have an answer. If I had an answer, I mean, these guys get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to know this stuff, to pay these guys millions of dollars to know these answers.
Yep.
And I just, like I said, it was the impulsiveness and the stupidity, like the Dadonov trade. If you're not familiar with that, Dadonov had a list of teams, and we lost a first round pick because of that. Like, what was he thinking?
Mickey Mouse stuff. And yeah. I want to fast forward to this past week, because a couple of things happened with other teams. That brings me to a question I want to ask you. So, first of all, about a week and a half ago, Patrick Roy is the new coach of the New York Islanders, and he recently healthy scratched Pierre Engvall, who is one of the better players on the team. So he sent him up to the press box for one game because he wasn't happy with how he was performing on the ice. And we also saw Sean Couturier, the captain of the Philadelphia Flyers, was sent into the press box by John Tortorella because he wasn't happy with how he was performing. And these are both teams. I don't know if they're in playoff spots right now, but they're definitely fighting for playoff spots. Better records than Ottawa. So my question to you, Jordan, Angus, is why haven't we seen this kind of accountability with the Ottawa Senators?
You know what? I don't know, because I was saying a few times throughout the season, I thought when Tim Stützle was having a hard time, sit him.
Yes.
One game. Yep. When Thomas Chabot was having I know he's been battling injuries left, right, and center and all that stuff, but he was making a lot of bad plays on the ice. A lot 100%. Of bad plays. Sit him. These guys 100%. Need to be held accountable for their lackluster play. And yes, we all called. I was at one of the first games of the season where the whole arena was just blowing up, fire DJ. And I was one of those people. Yeah, absolutely, fire DJ. His system wasn't working. It wasn't. And these players, especially at that point in time, they were playing their hearts out. They're like just emotionally playing. They're not systematically playing, but they're emotionally playing. So you know that they want it. But towards that back half of the season, they just look gassed. They look tired. They're making just dumb plays. And I don't care if we're not making the playoffs. Hold them accountable. Sit some of these guys. You're making a lot of money. You shouldn't be making plays like this. Get off the, excuse my French, but get off the fucking tablets, okay? I can't stand that shit. I hate it. Get off your fucking tablet. You want to watch your plays over again? That's what the intermission's for. That's what after the game's for. You figure it out then. At that moment during the game, the only person you should be listening to is your coach, and the only plays you should be watching if you aren't on the ice is what's going on in front of you. Get your damn eyes off the fucking tablet.
Oh, I agree. Couldn't agree more. And they seem to be a overly emotional group. I mean, they've settled down now since Jacques Martin has taken over, and they showed a lot of improvement up until about a week ago, and now they've just hit. They've gone into the tank again, which leads me to I'm gonna ask you some questions here. So my point is, there's obviously going to be some major changes with this roster. You can't run back the same group next year. You can't. First of all, the fans won't have it. And second of all, I mean, this group has proven over the last 5 years, they can't do it. They just can't do it. So I'm going to go through a list of names, list of Ottawa Senators players, Jordan, and I want you to tell me if you think that they will be in the starting lineup next October for the Ottawa Senators. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. First two are probably pretty easy. We're going to start easy and then get a little tougher as we go. So first player, Jordan. Will this player be back with the Senators opening lineup next October? Brady Tkachuk.
Yes.
Tim Stützle.
I'm going to say yes. I hope so. I really hope so.
All right. I think there's a bit of doubt there. So are you saying this is not a slam dunk for him to be back next year?
No, because I mean, he's a phenomenal player. He's a generational player. That's my concern. If Pierre Dorion was still GM, I would be highly concerned that that's a piece to move, because he could bring in a lot for us. But I hope that he stays a Senator. He wants to be a Senator. And I hope that Steve Staios doesn't want to make his stamp on the team by saying, listen, this is not the kind of guy we need. I get it. He's not a bulky player. He's a very finesse style. He's very quick. A lot of people call him diver or whatever, but this is a kid you work around. Okay. Yeah. It's not a kid that you let go. This kind of talent is not something you let walk away from your organization. So I agree.
I don't see him going anywhere. And if they do move him, you better be getting a lot of good quality back.
Yeah.
All right. Drake Batherson.
I would trade him.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Okay. Dude is so inconsistent.
Really?
Yeah.
I see him as being one of the few that's really thrived under Jacques Martin. So I'm feeling the total opposite of that right now.
Right now, yeah, fine. But Jacques Martin's not coming back next year. So what do you do then? Then you have, again, Batherson, who's inconsistent. And we don't need inconsistency. Find your role on the team, stick to your role, regardless of what it is. The fact that there's games that I forget that Batherson's even stepped on the ice, that shouldn't happen. You're one of our top 6.
Interesting. So Jordan is shopping Drake Batherson for all the GMs out there.
Yeah, this kid. I'm a good couch GM.
Yeah. All right. Claude Giroux.
Absolutely, he stays. Need him to stay.
I agree. He's a veteran. You need him around. Ridley Gregg.
I think he needs to stay too. He's gonna drive people nuts for years to come. He needs to stay.
Agree. He's almost untouchable without being untouchable, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's a vital piece. Matthew Joseph.
You know what? People are probably gonna roast me for this one, but I like Matthew Joseph. I think I know we were shopping him at the beginning of the season, but the guy is amazing on our penalty kill, and he's quick. So utilize him in that role. I think he did a lot of shuffling this year. He started the season off strong and then kind of puttered, but I wouldn't be focused on Matthew Joseph as being that main point producer. Focus on him being, your bottom 6 and a penalty kill specialist, because that's what he is. Can you imagine if they change the penalty kill rule to that jailbreak rule that PWHL has? That guy you
Oh.
don't want to be on the ice when you're on the power play.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. We're in agreement on that one. Here's an interesting one. Josh Norris.
I want to say he's going to be traded. I don't see a GM wanting to pick up a contract of that size with somebody who is as injury prone as he is. That's going to be a tough sell, a very tough sell. I do like Josh Norris, but third shoulder injury, third surgery. That's not good, man. This is speaking from shoulder problems myself. You're not going to get over that. I don't care how many surgeries you have, how much rehab you go to. He's going to have this problem forever, and it's going to shorten his career.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
All right.
I would trade him if you can. If you can.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he's expected to come back in next September, so you're not going to trade him over the summer.
God no.
So maybe he's a trade deadline move next trade deadline. Who knows? Okay, a couple more. Thomas Chabot.
At the rate right now, again, impulsive, emotional. I would say, yeah. See ya, Thomas. You had a good run. Thanks, bud. Again, $8 million a season. I think he's just tired. Honestly, I think he's just tired. The guy has to take a lot of minutes, and it's a lot of dumb plays. You're dealing with two coaches. I hope they give him the start of next season before making a move like that.
All right. So you're saying that he will be in the lineup next
Yeah.
October. All right. Jacob Chychrun.
I'm hoping he stays too.
No, I don't want your hoping, man. I want your hard, strong opinion. Is he going to be in the lineup or not?
If Ottawa is looking to do something drastic, out of all the pieces we have on our lineup, the most out of any players besides Tim Stützle is going to be Jacob Chychrun. The guy has a very cap-friendly salary.
Mm-hmm.
His play is consistent. He's got a wicked shot. He's a workhorse. So if you're looking to make a big move and try to create some kind of identity for us and pick up a nice piece, he's probably going to be one of the guys who ends up getting moved just because it's easy to move. He's making $4.5 million.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're saying that he is not going to be in the starting lineup next October?
No. I want him to stay in the starting lineup next season.
All right. That wasn't the question. Let me rephrase the question here. Let me rephrase the question. Jordan Angus, do you think that Jacob Chychrun will be in the starting lineup for the Ottawa Senators next October?
I think out of all pieces, I'll be honest here, out of all pieces we have, that's probably the only one that's going to get moved.
So you are saying he is not going to be in the lineup?
No.
All right.
No.
I agree with you. Unfortunately, I'd rather see Chabot go, Chychrun stay, but I think it's going to be Chychrun going. Chabot is going to stay. Final one. Artem Zub.
I really hope they keep Zub. The guy is, we don't have a lot of stay-at-home defensemen on our lineup, as you know. And he honestly is the most consistent in terms of being that defensive defenseman that we need. So I don't think they should touch him at all. Keep him in the lineup.
All right. So you think he will be in the lineup?
Yeah.
All right. I agree with you on that one. My final question about the Sens before we move on. Do you think, of course, because DJ Smith got fired when in December, they brought on Jacques Martin, who is now we know will not be back as a coach next season. Do you think, Jordan Angus, that they should have hired, instead of an interim coach, a full-time coach who will be with the team longer term than the interim coach, Jacques Martin?
Man, that's a tough one. I think they did the Jacques Martin hiring out of nostalgia and in respect for what Daniel Alfredsson wanted. I think that's when they were in the midst of it, Alfie wasn't going to be willing to take it, and I think he behind closed doors said, "Yeah, I'll come on as an assistant because we did well in Sweden with me behind the bench, but I want Jacques there too, to kind of lead." But I really think it was a nostalgia hire.
I think it was a good hire. Like I really do. And so, the narrative has been floated out there that maybe some of the players are not buying into the system as much as They should, because they think, Jacques Martin, I mean, he's not going to be back next year. So there's no real incentive or pressure to listen to Jacques Martin and fully buy into what he's selling. And if that's the case, then you got a bigger problem on your hands than
You
you think.
You have a locker room problem at that point. You don't have a player coach problem. You have a locker room problem. If your players don't want to listen to their coach, their leader in charge,
Yep,
that's why there's an issue.
big time. So, well, we will find out. We got to move on. Enough sense talk for now. So we are moving on to the next segment. Jordan, are you ready for the next segment?
Oh yeah, sick of talking to the Sens.
We are next going to talk about the crazy sport of the week. Did you hear that bass line?
That was great. You again, eh?
No, that wasn't me.
Raul this time?
Me. No, not even Raul. I don't know who it was, man. So we're going to talk about the sport of the week, and this week it's a sport of power slapping. Are you familiar with the sport of power slapping?
I am.
For those of you who are not, power slapping is Dana White's brainchild. He, of course, he's the guy who runs UFC, and he started power slapping, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe. And it's caught on. So for those of you who are not familiar with it, here's Dana White. He's going to give us 2 minutes of the rules of power slapping. So at any time, Jordan, if you want me to stop, if you have a comment, let me know and I'll stop the video and you can make your comments. So here's Dana White explaining the rules of power slapping.
That's your measure.
Ooh. He moved his head before even the second round,
and he still landed clean.
Flinching! Blue!
With any new sport, you have to have rules. Here's how the rules for power slap are going to work. A coin toss before every fight determines who slaps first, and there's a maximum 3 rounds in a fight. In each round, the fighter will deliver an open hand slap to the opponent's face.
Oh my God.
At the start of the round, the striker has 30 seconds to deliver the slap. When slapped, you have 30 seconds to recover and get back into fight position. It's the ultimate test of toughness. During the fight, both fighters have to stand in their zone with their feet parallel to each other. The defender has to keep their shoulders square, chin up, and both hands behind their back. The striker has rules too. Their feet have to stay in their zone and always touch the floor. Before the strike, they have to tell the ref which hand they're going to use and how many warm-ups they'll do, which are wind-ups.
Red has chosen right 2. Right 2.
A legal slap is flat. Open-handed shot to the side of the face. On the cheek, below the eye, but above the chin.
Oh, clubbing.
You can't lead with the palm of your hand either. The entire hand must land at the same time.
Flinching!
God.
The defender can't flinch. Raise their shoulder or tuck their chin.
That's a warning.
Penalties range from warnings
Red, -1.
to point deductions to disqualifications.
By unanimous decision.
If the
Wow.
match goes 3 rounds, the judges will render a decision based on typical boxing or MMA point systems.
Holy cow. Jordan, your thoughts on power slapping. Have you ever watched it before?
Yeah, I have.
What are your thoughts, man?
Sorry, man. I'm just trying to gather here because like Dana White does an impeccable job of explaining it and try to make it sound as legitimate as possible. You know, like these are the rules. They have to follow specifically these guidelines to slap the shit out of each other.
Exactly.
2 for flinching. Don't be a bitch. Like it's just
Exactly.
oh my God. You ever slapped somebody in the face before?
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I've done there was a popular TV show called How I Met Your Mother, and in it for one of the seasons there was a slap bet. So I've done the slap bet a couple of times with a few people. And again, it's stupid shit, right? It's completely dumb to slap somebody in the face. But if you ever slap somebody flat, like he's saying, regardless of how you slap somebody, you get the ball of your palm right here on the button of their chin, they're going to sleep. It's not safe for their heads whatsoever, and you're not protecting yourself. So my concern for this sport, as funny as this might be, is the amount of brain damage you're causing these guys. I can't wait for the insurance claims in like 5 years. Can't wait.
Well, I mean, that's obviously the big concern is, the NFL, NHL, all these big leagues, the major sports are, now they're very, very careful in dealing with brain injuries. And we had former NHL player Chris Simon, who passed away, a day or two ago, committed suicide. And it's, the speculation is that it's related to brain injuries that he sustained in the NHL from fighting.
Yep.
So, I mean, just look at these guys, man. They're just absolutely destroying each other. I mean, what would possess you to join the sport? I mean, Jordan, if you were, how much money would you need to be offered for you to stand there and take a slap from one of these idiots?
That's the problem. I have a brain condition. So when you said brainchild there, this was his brainchild. It was kind of ironic because you're probably going to have something growing in your head from receiving slaps like this. So I medically wouldn't clear for some stupidity like this anyways. As soon as I get slapped in the face like this, there's a good chance that that's it for me. I'm not waking up. So there's not enough money in the world that's going to get me to take a slap willingly without guarding myself. Like, that's just...
It's insane.
You have to be really, really fucking desperate to do this.
Why would you do it? Like, why are you doing it? You're not doing it for money. Are you doing it for fame? Like, what is the motivation for these guys to do this? And gals, there are women who do this too. There's a men and women's category.
Honestly, I don't get it because I wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't be medically cleared to do this kind of crap. It's got to be, you need the money, you're looking for some sort of fame. You might not have made it into the UFC or any other MMA sport that's going to pay the bills. This kind of thing is going to get you attention to possibly get there, right? But I am concerned for the outcome of what transpires the longer that this sport's in.
Well, I mean, clearly, Dana White is not a stupid man. I mean, clearly he's having these people sign waivers so that he's not held liable whatsoever, I would think. I mean, why else would you do it? I mean, it would be a huge risk for him to do this.
There's only so much a disclosure and responsibility liability agreement is going to do. I mean, yes, you can have them sign this, but are they in the right mindset to be signing a form like this? Probably not.
I mean, do you enjoy watching this?
I watched it for like 10-15 minutes and I didn't care for it because all I can think of is how stupid are you to willingly take a slap to the face like this. And some of these guys, their faces swell up instantly. Like,
well, a lot of them they're out on their feet.
Yeah.
They get knocked right out.
Oh yeah. I don't have an interest in continuing to watch this. I watched it for 15 minutes to see what it was all about and what the hell was going on. And then after that, I was like, I can't support something like this. I would hate for this guy to grow up, have kids and a family, and have a similar situation that Chris Benoit did because of a brain injury. So I don't condone anybody getting into the sport. I love watching UFC and boxing and stuff like that. But at least at that point, you're still getting brain shots and stuff like that, but you're not defenseless like this.
In 5 years, do you think this sport is still going to be around?
Man, fucking hope not.
10
I hope
years?
not. 10 years, I would say no. I say 10 years, we're going to see the repercussions of all this, and it's not going to be pretty at all.
Yep. No, I agree. I mean, I don't enjoy watching MMA all that much. I find it really barbaric. I definitely don't enjoy watching this at all. I mean, I do enjoy wrestling because I know that wrestling, it's predetermined. I mean, the falls and the injuries are real, but the punches are not, obviously. So that I can handle, but now I see no enjoyment in watching this at all. I don't see the point of participating, and I really don't see the point of even watching this stuff. So
No.
those are
And
my 2 cents.
I'd rather watch arm wrestling.
Yeah, arm wrestling's cool. Arm wrestling's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you want to prove you're a man or who's got the biggest balls or whatever. I'd rather watch arm wrestling.
Yeah, agree. But you know what? It's a sport I've been keeping my eye on for a while. I thought, we got to talk about this and just get your impression of it. So power slapping, big thumbs up or thumbs down from you, Jordan.
Double thumbs down, man. If you're in
Double.
this sport, please get out of it for the sake of your family,
Yeah.
for the sake of your own life. Get out of it as fast as you can.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So that was our sport of the week. I'm going to play the intro just one more time. Oh, sorry. We're back. All right. So we got one more segment, Jordan.
I hope this is more uplifting. I feel like that whole power slapping and the emotionalness of my side are like, please don't do this. Like, give me something good, Dave.
Well,
give me something.
I didn't
Give me
bring
some
it
nut
on.
shots.
I didn't think the show was going to go down like this, man. I mean, we got depressed talking about the Sens, and now we got talking about brain injuries for the last 10 minutes.
Talking about the Sens, though, that's inevitable. That is a depressing discussion.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, let's improve the mood here. Let's do videos of the week. Jordan, come on. Your impressions on that intro. Brand new intro, man.
Fuck it. I love it. I love it.
How much do you love it?
Banger. It's a banger.
How much do you love it?
Oh man, that's a 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
Do you like it enough to watch it again?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. All right. This is the fun part of the show, man. So this is the part of the show where we go over some videos of the week. And these are usually funny videos, crazy videos, all related to sports in one way or another. I will play the video and we'll react to it and give our commentary. So lots of fun. Let's go. We got 10 videos in the queue, starting with, I'm going to call this one Kramer the Ball Boy. Are you a Seinfeld fan?
I've watched Seinfeld many times.
You would remember Kramer.
Oh yeah,
ball at the U.S. Open, and he he had a bit of a faux pas, and I think he tore somebody's ACL or something. Oh yeah, you got that. What? Let's see some. You got some Kramer?
Yeah, I'm not doing Kramer.
All right, all right.
Yeah, that's the most you're gonna get.
All right. So here is the Kramer Ball Boy of the Week award.
Yes.
Oh, poor guy, man. I mean,
it's like every time all I could picture is him entering the door and like, whoa.
Exactly. I love this guy. That's a great Kramer, man. Your thoughts on that one, Kramer?
That's is he okay? Was he okay? He looked fine.
He was great. I love his hustle. I mean, I'll play it one more time, but look at his hustle. I mean, he just goes hard after the ball and sprints back to the fence.
Yes.
Did you hear that sound too? Crash.
Oh God.
I love that, man. So that was our Kramer Ball Boy of the Week award. Next video is a lesson in what not to do when you go to watch an NBA game. So what not to do when you go to watch an NBA game. I love that slow motion, man. You should never, folks, never be on your cell phone at a professional sporting event.
Nope.
Otherwise, this may happen to you.
That's a cell phone now. Watch out. That's a cell phone.
All right. I shouldn't
She looked,
laugh.
she looked like she received a power slap there.
Yeah, exactly. And I find it funny, the guy beside her, whether it's her husband, he really didn't try that hard.
Good.
He's like,
Good.
it's going right for her face. I'll just let it go.
That's for making me sleep on the couch.
Yeah, exactly. All right. The next video is the Steve Austin. Of course, you know Steve Austin, the famous wrestler.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, can you imitate him as well?
You sure pass me a beer.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So this is how a group of wrestlers celebrated 316 Day, which of course celebrates the great Steve Austin.
I was a stone cold domino stunner because that's the bottom line. Hell yeah.
Oh, I like it. I like it. You're bringing
That
it
was
today, man.
beautiful.
Yeah, I thought that was great. That was great.
I wonder if he's seen that. You think he saw that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I hope so. I hope they just sent it to him. He's got his own podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, maybe they did. I pulled it off Twitter, so maybe they did see it, or he did see it. But well, he watches this show anyway, so he'll see
Yeah. Hey, Steve, let me know, if you saw this, and pass me one of your beers.
it. Exactly.
I'll take a
All right.
stunner for a beer.
Yeah, I would too. All right. Next one is have you ever golfed before, Jordan?
Yeah, we call it whack fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I can relate to that.
Yeah.
What was the wildest animal you've ever seen on a golf course?
I went to the driving range a lot. The wildest animal I saw actually was a skunk.
Oh,
Yeah, that wasn't pretty.
yeah, that's not good. But
No.
have you ever seen a swan on a golf course?
No.
All right. Well, this guy here was well, I won't describe it, but a bit of an encounter with a swan, and it didn't go very well. So here we go. That guy's swearing at the swan. Fucking swan.
You want some of this, huh? You want some of this?
Oh, spoken like a true stand-up comedian. Did you know that swans, like, do you know the Canada geese that we have here?
Yeah, cobra chickens.
You know that they could break your arm,
I believe it. Yeah, they're assholes.
and they're strong and they're vicious. If they get a hold
Yeah.
of your arm, they could break your arm.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was golfer versus swan. This one is called High and Outside. High and Outside.
Let it go. All right. Let it go. All right, here we go. Right down the middle. Here it is.
Hi, Mom. It's good to see you.
Are you letting them play ball in the house?
I don't know what possibly.
Oh my god.
We were thinking of taking this wall out and just having some fun with the demolition. You know, we need open space.
Oh my God, what an idiot. When I was like 13, I had one of those, those baskets that you can hang on the top of a door.
Yeah.
I had one of those set up at home, and I was playing with my buddy, and he went up for a slam dunk, and I pushed him, and his whole ass took out like a big 3-foot hole in the drywall.
Oh,
I tried to cover it up with a poster from my dad. Didn't work, but he destroyed the freaking drywall. Yeah, that was not a good night. All right.
At least it's an easy fix though. Like to repair something like that, it's not as bad as people think. Like,
yeah, a little hole like that. The hole I created was huge, and my
Yeah.
dad just freaked out on me, man. Because I grew up in Vanier, we didn't have a lot of money, so
That's a problem. That's
It
a
was
problem.
rough. All right. This next one is called, I don't know what to call this one. I'll just play it. And this guy's lucky. How is that even possible?
He was trying his best TJ Lavin impersonation, and
Oh my God.
he almost became Tija Lavin.
Yeah. That's, hey, you know what? That's an automatic sex operation.
Oh
You know what? If you couldn't do that if you tried. In a million years, you couldn't do that.
God, no. No.
My God. He's freaking lucky, man.
I'd get it through the jaw.
Yeah. All right. Number, what are we on now? 6. The only thing I'm going to say about this one is I wish I was the mascot. I wish I was the mascot.
It's always great when the mascots and cheerleaders get together. Whoa! Engulfed.
What the hell is that, man? You're speechless, man.
I have so many jokes I don't know if I'm allowed to say on this.
Yeah, do it, man.
It's the only time she heard "I want you inside of me."
Oh, Jordan Angus. Jordan Angus. Standing ovation. Standing ovation. Woo. What a line, man.
God. Yeah, you got to clip that into a short and.
You know what? I got to play that one more time.
It's always great when the mascots and cheerleaders get together. Whoa! Engulfed.
Do you think that was planned? Do you think she knew about that he was going to do that?
The first time she didn't have to do the swallowing.
Oh!
We're gonna get canceled for this. I'm just gonna get lambasted. My parents watch this.
Oh, just what I thought. You couldn't top it. You topped it. We should quickly move on then.
Yeah, please.
This one is called the unluckiest keeper in the world. Unluckiest keeper in the world.
Enough for the shot and with the approach. Oh! Still waiting for the kick to happen. He's probably wondering when. Oh! They're gonna take him out. No, wait! They brought him a chair!
Oh, a bold move by the manager!
That's where Sterling is sitting.
There is no possible way that North Carolina can mess up this shot.
Oh! What on the goal? What is he doing?
He's throwing away the bat!
Ah!
Oh my God. That is one of my favorite videos of all time.
Kill me.
Oh my goodness. Obviously not real, but
No.
funny as hell. Funny as hell.
He would have done well in the power slap competition. He was able to take a hit.
Exactly. Oh my God. Such a great video.
Yeah, my money would be on him.
Oh my God. All right, we got 2 more. I got this is actually not a crazy video, but it's cool. It's the inside of a Super Bowl ring. The inside of a Super Bowl ring. It's really cool.
Give it a little quarter turn like this. Oh my! Look at that. Which is the part that's the real? So this is the leather from the football, and this is the turf from the field they played on. Fucking love it.
Let me see the front again.
It's over 20 carats of diamonds. It's going for 75,000.
That is incredible, eh?
I've seen this before. So I've been to a Jays game. You can go to the Jays Pro Shop or whatever and buy part of the mound. Okay. I went to Lambeau Field and I wanted so badly to just get some of the lawn clippings of the turf. And I was like, well, if Toronto does selling part of the field, obviously Green Bay that has to cut their grass every 2 days would sell me some grass, right? I just wanted some of that Green Bay, grass.
Yeah.
But they don't sell it there. And I always thought that they were missing out on an opportunity to sell some of Lambeau Field. And it's cool that they do that for the Super Bowl champs to get a piece of the turf and a piece of the football. But I think they would make a lot of money actually if they sold at least the ones where you have to cut the grass. If you sold some of it in your pro stores.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's a great idea.
And if they're watching this, because we're super famous, if those guys at Green Bay, if you start doing this, Please send me out one because driving 13 hours to go back to maybe get seats.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Can't do it.
Well, maybe they'll. I mean, they are watching, and we do have an international audience of 7 subscribers. But
That's a
we're
big
growing,
number.
man. We're
Yeah,
growing.
we are growing.
You know what? Based on the number of subscribers to the number of views that our videos get, we're doing all right, man. We're doing all right.
Yeah, we'll get there.
All right, final video. This is called Tennis Pitcher. Tennis Pitcher. Incredible, eh? The guy
That's
at the end
ridiculous.
actually hit the ball. He touched the ball. That's why they were cheering. But I'll play it again because if you notice the server puts a curve. He serves a curveball.
I was just gonna say that. Like he's not just hitting or serving heaters. He's throwing changeups and curves up here. He's changing the off speeds up. That's impressive.
And he's putting it right down the middle. He's putting it right in the strike zone. So I'll play it one more time. Really impressive, man. Incredible, man.
Wow.
Incredible.
I want to know how he figured out how to serve a curveball off of a tennis ball and a racket. Like that's
good question.
You need to get him on our show.
I will get him on our show as soon as I get a power slapper on the show.
Oh God. I don't want to be there that week.
All right. So that is our crazy videos of the week. That brings us to the end of this episode. Jordan Angus, any final thoughts in the world of craziness and sports before we sign off?
Dents still suck ass. Power slapping is for dumbasses. And you want one of this? You want one of this? Huh? Don't mess with swans and Canadian geese. They'll fuck you up.
That's right, man. They'll break your arm and you'll be done. So with that said, thank you as always, Jordan Angus. I am Dave, your host. Thank you for watching Crazy Sports. And we will see you for episode 6 in about a week from now.
You want one of this? Huh?